Hi, my today's topic is avenues of investment. Avenues of investment called as a different types of investments or different investment avenues which are available for a person to use their money, or the different investment schemes which are available for a person to invest their cash or money, or the different investment alternatives which are available for a person where they can use it to get good return or to increase the value of their savings or the surplus or increase the value of money. There are mainly three types of investment, or three divisions of avenues of investment. One is a non-securities form of investment, and next is a securities form of investment, and third one is a physical assets. The division is based on their nature and based on risk and reward, or based on risk and return. So on the basis of these three divisions are made under the category of avenues of investment. Non-securities form of investment like bank FDs or postal schemes, or there mainly comes under even LICs, there comes under non-securities form of investment. Whereas securities form of investments are like government securities, corporate securities, or equity shares, preference shares, or debentures, bonds. Thus, instruments which are traded in the stock market. So non-securities also are the instruments, and securities are also the instruments. The securities which does not carry the nature of market, they are called as a non-securities, whereas instruments which carries the nature of market, they are called as a securities. So there's a difference non-securities and securities form of investments. And physical assets like gold or silver or any other crude oil products, they are all comes under commodities market. Like even land comes, gold and other commodities like silver or other items which comes under the category of commodity or crude oil products, they are all comes under the category of physical assets. So that's about avenues of investment or types of investment. So as like earlier I told, under avenues of investment, the main divisions are three: non-securities, securities, and physical assets. Now we will study about the securities form of investment. The securities form of investments. The securities are called an instruments which can be traded in the market. They are called as a securities. Like equity shares, preference shares, debentures or bonds, they can be traded in the market. You can buy and sell. So therefore they are called as a security. The instruments which can be traded in the market, they are called as a securities. And the instruments which cannot be traded in the market, they are called as a non-securities, like bank FDs or LIC scheme policies, or the bonds, LIC bonds, or RDs, or any schemes of the postal department or banking sector, or even LICs, they are all comes under the category of non-securities. So why we call securities? Because these instruments can be traded in the market at any time. You can buy and sell. Liquidity is a high. So therefore they are considered as a securities form of investments. Then mainly there are two division under securities form of investment. One is a government security and another is a corporate securities. Under government security, there are two types: treasury bills and dated bonds. Under corporate securities, two types: ownership securities and creditorship securities. Under ownership security, equity shares and preference shares, whereas under creditorship security, debentures and bonds. So these are the divisions or categories of securities form of investment: government securities and corporate securities. Again, division is based on issue and based on risk and return factor. On the basis of the securities form of investment are divided into two: government securities and corporate securities. The securities which are issued by the government are called as the government securities. Securities which are issued by the corporate as per the Companies Act, they are called as a corporate securities. Under government security, two division: treasury bill and dated bonds. Whereas under corporate security, again two division: ownership securities and creditorship securities. Ownership securities are equity shares and preference shares, whereas creditorship security, also called as the debt securities, they are the debentures and bonds. So I will explain in detail in the next slide. The one of the main part today I am going to explain about government securities. The securities which are issued by the government, they are called as the government securities, either by the central government or the state government. They are called as the government securities. See, this is the, we are studying here as the investment avenues, government securities as investment opportunities or investment schemes which are available, and the person investor can use their money to borrow these securities. And what is the plus point here? The government securities carries lower risk and good return. So therefore, the some class of investor they select government securities. Let me explain about the government securities. The marketable debt issued by the government and semi-government bodies which represent a claim on the government is called government securities. They are the marketable debt instruments which are issued by the government or any other semi-government authorities. Even state governments can also issue, or other government bodies, they have the right to issue the government securities, and mainly they carries zero risk nature. So zero risk securities. And government securities are issued for the purpose of refunding the maturing securities for advanced refunding of securities which have not yet matured and raising fresh resources. See why the government securities are issued. It is issued to mainly for the purpose of to raise the fund. One main purpose is to raise the fund for the short term duration, and otherwise another purpose is refunding the maturing securities for advanced refunding of maturing securities. For that purpose, the government need the fund, so therefore they are issuing the government securities. And generally, the duration of government securities are lesser time, less short-term period. Generally, they are issued. The treasury bills and dated bonds are the main examples for treasury bills. Government securities. Treasury bills and bonds are the main categories of government securities. And there are three forms of central and state government securities like stock certificate, promissory note, bearer bond. They all comes under the government security. Stock certificates or certificate of deposit, promissory note, and another treasury bills, bearer bond. These all comes under the category of government securities. See, these are issued mainly for the purpose of short-term duration by the government. Next, meaning of government securities. A government security is a bond or other type of debt obligation that is issued by a government with a promise of repay upon the security's maturity date. See here one point you can identify or you can note that it is a promise of repayment, means there is a guarantee. It means it carries a zero risk. So that is a plus point of government securities. They are the bond or other type of debt instruments. It is a debt instruments issued by the government and which has the obligation that issued by the government with a promise that it is a repayment upon securities maturity date. On the due date, definitely the security holder will get the return or principal amount plus return amount. There will be definite guarantee for in case of government security to the investor. So that is a plus point of government securities. And government securities are considered as a generally considered as a low risk investments, or you can say that that carries zero risk investments, and because they are backed by taxing power of a government, means why it is called as a zero risk or low risk instruments, because it is issued by the government. So therefore they are considered as a zero risk instruments or zero risk securities or low risk investment schemes, because if there is any problem occurred, then the government will provide or government will protect the interest of the investor. So therefore they government securities are more safer. The characteristics of government securities, the issuing authorities, as like already I told, it is mainly issued by the central government or the state government or other bodies of the government. Government securities are issued only by the central government, state government and quasi-government authorities. Semi-government authorities, quasi-government authorities means semi-government authorities, they have the right to issue the government securities. Generally, RBI issue on behalf of the central government, and other government bodies of the state government, they will also issue the government securities. In India, like gold bond, national defense bond, rural development bonds, etc. are the securities issued by the central government. So recently, government is issuing some sovereign gold bond. It is there. If even if there is a fluctuations in case of rate of gold, then the government guarantees additional 2% rate of return. So that is a issued securities issued by the government of India, and it comes under government security. So it is issued by central government, state government or semi-government. Purpose of issue of government securities, it is to mobilizing the funds or prioritize the programs mainly to meet the short-term financial requirements of the government. The fund which has been raised through the issue of government securities will be utilized by the government to meet their financial requirement, for which purpose they raised that fund. And meeting deficit budgets, if the government presented the deficit budget, then to overcome that problem, the government issues the government securities and carries high liquidity, and they largely influence the stock market. Which carries high liquidity means at any time you can encash it, and therefore it carries a large influence in the stock market. The most of the players or the borrowers are the financial institution. Government securities are generally borrowed by the financial institution. So that is about all about the government securities. So in today's class, I'm going to explain only one type of government securities. There are two types of government securities. Of course, I have told from the beginning itself. Under government security, there are two types: treasury bills and dated government securities, or in another way, it is called as a dated bonds. The types of government security: treasury bills and dated bonds or dated government securities. Both are issued by the government securities. So today I am going to explain about some features of treasury bills. So treasury bills is one of the type of government securities and most famous government securities which are presently available in the market, or government issued in different situations to meet their financial requirement. So let me explain about the treasury bills. The treasury bills, commonly referred to as T-bills, and are issued by the Government of India against their short-term borrowing requirements, with the maturing ranging between 14 to 364 days. All these are issued at a discount to face value. For example, a treasury bill of 100 rupees face value issued for rupees 91.5 gets redeemed at the end of its tenure at rupees 100. So that is about the treasury bills. See, first point, it is government securities. One point you have to remember, it is a government securities and it is issued by the Government of India against short-term borrowing requirements. See, why the government issues these treasury bills to raise the fund for the short-term duration, and for us, we are borrowing it as an investor. Government use it for the purpose of to meet its financial requirements, and the duration of the treasury bills, it starts from 14 days to 364 days. The term may be for 14 days or it may be even 30 days, 60 days or 90 days or 180 days. There are different nature of treasury bills or different types of treasury bills. Maximum duration is 364 days and minimum is 14 days. Treasury bills can be issued by the Government of India. And plus point is why there is a high demand for the treasury bills, or why there is a more borrower for the treasury bills, because they are issued at a discount to face value. It is issued at a discount to face value. For example, if the face value of a treasury bill is 100 rupees, the government issues it at rupees 91.50. or you can round up it 92 rupees. And at the time of due date or at the time of maturity, it can be redeemed at rupees 100. So it is 8 rupees is a profit per share or per securities. Then it carries the bundle of stock. It carries the lots. The treasury bill size is in lots, not the single security, not 8 rupees profit. It is issued in crores, the value of treasury bill. So generally, there the borrower or the investor is going to get high return because it carries zero risk or low risk. More than low risk, you can say that it carries a zero risk nature, and at the time of redemption, definitely the investor get full value. So as like in this example, 100 rupees is a face value, government is issuing at a discount at rupees 92, and 8 rupees is a profit. That return definitely the investor is going to get at the time of due date, and that due date is minimum 14 days or maximum 364 days. The selection is left to the investor. So that is about the treasury bills. The other nature of the treasury bills are issued only by the RBI on behalf of the central government. The issuer of the treasury bill is the RBI on behalf of the central government, and again to raise the short-term funds. And treasury bills are issued for meeting temporary government deficits. To meet the financial crisis of the government generally use the treasury bills to raise the fund, so through that they can solve their financial problems. The treasury bill rate of discount is fixed by the RBI from time to time. Rate of discount of treasury bills is generally fixed by the RBI, and that will fluctuate on the basis of it is depends on the issue factor. So on the basis of the issuance, they will fix the rate of discount, and it is the lowest one in the entire structure of interest rate in the country because short-term maturity and degree of liquidity and security. When you compare the rate of interest which carries the lowest rate of interest, the treasury bill carries the lowest rate of interest, but still there is a high demand for treasury bill because it is a short term. In the short term duration, the investor is going to get good rate of return, even if it is a lower rate of interest, but it is a good one in the short term duration. For example, if it is issued for 1 month and the rate of interest is as like in this example 8 rupees. 8 rupees means hardly is a 0.8%. So 0.8% means the investor it is a good return, and the value generally in crores. So therefore, for the short term, it is a good return to the investor even if the rate of interest is a lower. And why there is a good demand? Again, liquidity. Liquidity is a high. At any time, the investor can sell it. Marketable it is. So therefore, it carries a high demand in the market. And who are the participants in the treasury bill market? It generally issued in the money market instruments. It is comes under money market instruments. Not there are mainly two markets, financial markets, mainly two division, capital market and money market, and this comes under the division of money market. It is a money market instruments. The participants of treasury bills are the Reserve Bank of India, they are the issuer, the State Bank of India and other commercial bank, the state governments, financial institutions such as LIC, UTI, NABARD, etc., Discount and Finance House of India, public, provident funds and other dealers. They are the participants. Who means participants here, both sellers and the borrowers. Mainly seller is RBI. Already I have not informed you. The RBI is the main seller or issuer, and others are borrowers are the all commercial banks, they will borrow, or other financial institution they will borrow. Even the state governments also will borrow the treasury bills to meet their, because it will give the short term good return. And LICs, UTI and other companies, MNCs also they will borrow. Even public can also borrow. It depends, again you need more money to borrow these treasury bills. Even provident fund organization, they are also provident fund authorities, they are also investing in treasury bills. Even the brokers or the dealers of the stock market, they are also the borrower of the treasury bills. There are a lot of peoples involved or participated in the treasury bill, therefore there is a good demand for treasury bills, because again why there is a good demand is zero risk or low risk, and with a short term duration they are going to get good return and guaranteed return. At present, the Government of India issues four types of treasury bills, namely 14 days, 91 days, 182 days, and 364 days. So it is at present, it may vary, it may fluctuate. It depends on the RBI. The decision maker is the RBI. The issuer is the RBI. RBI can issue any nature of a treasury bill. That is left to the RBI. At present, there are 14 days treasury bill which going to redeem at the after 14 days or 91 days or 182 days or 364 days. So this is a specimen of a treasury bill. Again, it's not related to India. Okay, it is issued by the treasury bill of Nigeria, the federal government of Nigeria. Generally, it carries the value of the treasury bills and other concepts with the issuer, and that other due dates, and that all information carries in the specimen of treasury bill. So that's all about the treasury bill. Thank you very much.